is Liquid. Back in the day at the Antwerp Major in the Challenger stage, beat Astralis to eliminate them from that Antwerp Major, and that was the last match Astralis would play at a Major for 1,297 days until their Stage 2 campaign kicked off here in Budapest against NIP. Now they fight for survival. Usually we watch this team back in the day fighting for trophies. Today, it's just to live on to the next stage of the Major.
Well, Astralis going to be on the T side of Nuke, Team Liquid on the CT side. And let's get into the last chance for both Team Liquid and Astralis. We got 3 players setting up outside of Squeaky Door, and Elige could be moving ever closer with the Jewel Berettas. Started his year with FaZe, ends it with Team Liquid, and doesn't want it to end here in Stage 2. It moves in towards the hut. Here comes the push out towards the doors. It's Shuhei taking first contact, but HooXi taking the first kill.
Yeah, and it was a very sparse defense. There's the flank from Nap. Dooley's in action. He's going to mess in. He wants to create some chaos, and everyone from Liquid fights. Exactly what Flashy had mentioned, be in their face and be aggressive.
Yeah, you can hear that game plan coming into this. Now Yabby left in the 1v3 clutch down inside the bomb site. Here in steps, running him down, and eventually ultimate to take him away. Team Liquid have the pistol round victory.
Yeah, opening kill for HooXi is nice onto Elige, but it's not the main strength of that defense. It was very sparse in that upper bomb site. A lot of it playing retake. Elige was going to combine with Nap on that lobby crunch, and then they'd address the situation. Nap's got to do a little bit on his own, but it's Shuhei from Heaven, who's just a complete nuisance throughout the round. Never lets them settle into the bomb site. And Liquid start with the round on the board.
Not much of a force here from Astralis, not getting close to a bomb plant there, and gonna have Device on the scout. He'll try and soften them out for the Glocks. You know, we heard NertZ talking about ahead of this interview, saying that the Astralis CCs, they're a strong team. You could get a sense that the historical context of the two orgs doesn't mean anything to him personally. Only a couple of players on the server where that historical context still stands, Jason, but it is the younger players that make this game more exciting these days.
I'll tell you what, though, having been part of the Liquid organization, I mean, you might not have been part of that history making, but you feel it, you sense it when you're in the organization that this is a match that's going to mean a lot to the people around you. Deep nade outside, plenty of bodies here for Astralis, and Liquid starting to close in. The noose is starting to tighten. There's the shot from Ultimate. Elige pops up from Secret for a nice double.
Active double kills here from Elige. Nap able to come back in as well. An easy shutdown until Magisk arrives with that picked up M4. So let's see how much more damage he can do with it. Trying to force as many rebuys as possible, but Ultimate comes in from Heaven to clean up. We're going to get into Astralis' first buy round now.
Yeah, and their map pick of Nuke as well. Interesting. I mean, they've mentioned it. It's been very vocal. It's been very obvious. They've liked to pick it. They have a lot of confidence on the map. But here in this stage, they've had a couple games of struggle on it. Lost the opening match to NIP on this map, Nuke 13-10. They lost to Aurora just yesterday in a series they would go on to win 13-11. So despite the confidence in it, there's a couple reasons to be a little bit tentative about this new pick if you're an Astralis fan, because the results haven't been there with wins throughout this stage on the map.
There's been points of this season, the second half of the year, where Astralis' T-sides have looked dire on Nuke. Can't afford to have that situation pan out here as Team Liquid take a 2-0 lead. We've got HooXi having to play with a MAC-10. Everybody at least having a rifle around him. Initial smokes thrown outside, no one playing with them for Astralis. It's going to be a focus towards the inner bomb site.
Yeah, all a little bit of a fake to try and get the defenders to stick around outside as long as humanly possible. Elige has that information, though. Here comes the execute into the upper bomb site.
Astralis' first attempt to try and break through A. It's going to be Magisk with the opener. NertZ and Ultimate, though, taking kills here for Team Liquid. And the rotations have arrived. It's a strong response from Team Liquid, getting in the face of Astralis and denying any access to that upper site.
Just like the pistol round, Team Liquid not really emphasizing defending both of the choke points in the upper bomb site, just handling one and letting the reinforcements come at a great timing for everyone to fight together. And they've handled it so very well. Early game plan for Astralis is entirely shut down. And now Team Liquid, priority is saving these weapons, keeping as many players alive, building a little bit of cash, and they're going to be given a reprieve because Astralis is going to back off. Two of the players inside the server that would remember the history of this rivalry, or at least the dominant side of this rivalry. Yeah. Device and Magisk here in round 3, nothing to do. Longtime members of Astralis. Device winning 4 majors with the organization, Magisk winning 3 of his own with the organization, and plenty of wins over Team Liquid during those runs. They're going to back off and save the weapons, so Liquid go up 3-0 to open up this best-of-3 series.
Counter-terrorists win.
Yeah, well, the years haven't necessarily been kind to Device's form as an individual player. We've seen him really struggle recently, and I think that conversation can almost be the parallel between the two offers today. You know, Ultimate has been a player that has got his fair share of criticism over recent months, and this season in particular, and obviously Device has been very up and down, missing some important games from them recently as well.
Tell you what, though, I mean, yeah, both offers kind of having up and down, struggling inconsistency for Device, though. Against Liquid, he's always been an incredible performer, so what a time it would be if he found some of that old form back in the open. His ultimate, 1 kill for him taken down. Device traded off by Staehr, but the access to wrap around outside is available to HooXi.
Yeah, we got Naf winning in the ramp room, and HooXi is spotted towards lockers. You can see Naf very aware of the possibility that Yabby might like to swing out on a timing, so he gets back to that and holds down Yabby.
Really cool idea from HooXi and Yabby, though, to try and juggle that aggression to get yourself a free kill. Staehr, another trade, but not enough to actually turn the round and make it possible. 1 versus 3, and he's low on health.
And he'll go down nice and easy to the hand of Naf. Over towards the ramp room. Team Liquid, a great start here on Nuke. Astralis starting to worry a little bit that their T side is off to a very slow start. They're going to buy again, and you imagine if this one goes against them, they'll be taking a timeout.
Well, you mentioned it as well. You know, the history, there's a stretch of this year back at ESL Pro League Season 22 where they struggled to put any rounds on the board on the T side of Nuke. That seems to have recovered and obviously had some very strong games and even in losses during this stage. But man, that kind of memory will come back at you really quick if Team Liquid starts burying Astralis here.
We got that ultimate op. Having a look outside, playing in the back of the garage. It's going to be smoked out. The cross has been deployed. And Ultimate looking to disrupt that smoke cover, not detecting anybody on the other side of it. In the meantime, NertZ has arrived towards Secret. Second wave of utility for Astralis.
Yeah, the second wall, but the movement behind it is very, very slow. In fact, Magisk and Staehr gonna step on the other side. Oh, NertZ wants to know what's coming.
Yeah, this is a great flight forward. Ultimate's gonna take that first fight and win it on Staehr outside. Now NertZ can activate off the back of the distraction. Now Magisk has done very well to cross back into the smokes. This position is going to catch NertZ off guard, and he knows where that Ulper is as well, so Magisk can still have impact. Now Yabby's turn, but Elige wins such an important duel despite being on low health at the back of the bomb site. And if HooXi was to commit, then you did also have the help of the player in the rafters, so this round falls flat again for Astralis. We're looking at 5 in a row here for Team Liquid.
I think Flashy's going to be super pleased with how a round like this plays out. This will put a big smile on his face. One of the things he mentioned is just the fact they've made the mistake of being too passive to start things out. That's how they got buried in this 0-2 hole, playing not to lose. Well, now he's got NertZ being proactive outside. He's got Elige even with low HP, taking an aggressive fight in towards the upper bomb site. So Team Liquid is doing exactly what he wants from a philosophical standpoint, which is maintain confidence and aggression, and don't let Astralis get comfortable at any point.
Yeah, you're really disrupting their game plan here on the T side, and not allowing Astralis into any of these rounds. It hasn't been one that looks competitive, Jason.
No, not at all quite yet. And it's, I mean, that's kind of the Death's touched on it. This is almost a coin toss of a matchup because you don't know exactly what level these two teams are going to come up with. On the Astralis side of things, they've been very vocal as well over there, mentioning, you know, we need, I think Staehr gave an interview where he just said, you know, we sometimes have bad games and I don't even really know what's wrong. Just everything goes horribly wrong. And he's saying we need to raise the lowest level that we play at because it's way too low. They need to lift the floor, not raise the ceiling. But at the moment, that's not happening with a 0-5 start.
All right, even imagine a world in which Team Liquid take Nuke, right? But the same for Astralis that is kind of a positive is the fact that Team Liquid's map pick, they can't feel fully comfortable on it because it's Mirage, and we've seen Team Liquid really struggle on that.
Yeah, I think the difference is going to be, I mean, you know, Liquid struggled on it from an eye test-wise. They still have some good results. They can stay confident, and they also have this whole idea of, like, you know, the first day was a day off, like a bad day. Astralis is going to say the same thing, but I think, too, this series is going to change. Your confidence is going to change based off this series as well, based off how this first map goes. Not so much about recent memory, just Team Liquid saying, okay, well, if we dominate them on the first map, coming into the second one, they're going to be supremely confident.
Well, they've certainly dominated them in the first 5 rounds of play. Let's see if Astralis can find any success in a round like this. We're talking about Tech 9s, Deagle, P250. Once again, those smokes being thrown outside. Haven't necessarily seen a whole lot of movement behind those smokes, Jason, throughout the early calls here.
Great understanding of the situation, though, if you're Liquid against the Tech 9, starting 2 upper in case of a rush. Now Ultimate's in the right place. He grabs 2. An easy kill for Naf, and Ultimate's racking him up.
Yeah, 12-1 start here for Ultimate. He is showing up early on in an important game here for Team Liquid. It's going to give him some confidence into an all-important game here in Budapest.
It's It's going to be a devastating loss this series for one of these two teams. Both of them have been struggling to find their form, struggling to find a long-term solution coming out of the online COVID era of Counter-Strike. Neither of them have rebounded whatsoever, and a lot of scrutiny placed on a couple of the important pieces of these teams to say, do we need to have an upgrade here? Do we need to talk about a shift here? And this series, it feels like, can dictate a lot of what the future is going to look like for these rosters.
Well, Astralis, they've got the AWP out here for Device. Ultimate's going to be playing towards the back of the garage again. He's looking incredible. It's a great start from Staehr, fighting forward to take down Elige, and now finally we do see some more movement behind those outside smokes.
Yeah, a little bit less tactical from Astralis, a little bit more muscle involved in this one, and unfortunately nobody shifted downstairs yet from Team Liquid. They're crunching in towards Lobby. Good shot from Device.
Yeah, finally Astralis getting a foothold. More than that, really. They're climbing to the top at the moment. Astralis with a 4v2. Shui can pull this back, though. An important kill for Yabi to go the way of the Danes. It's just down to Naf, and he's a long way off finding any impact here.
Yeah, because of that lobby push, he's just way too far out of the action. So when this bomb gets planted, Astralis is going to be putting their first round on the board here on this opening map of the series. And Naf might just choose to look for some exit kills and take weapons away. They've got a lot of money built up. If Astralis slow play this and for whatever reason give him over one easy kill before getting the bomb planted, then it opens right back up, and it's a possible clutch.
Well, they're taking their time to put that bomb down, making sure he's not around here, and HooXi eventually planting in the Astralis plant spot.
Bomb has been planted.
And Naf nowhere near the action here. Best option just to hold on to that M4 or find a better weapon around.
Yeah, Ultimate's AWP dropped around here somewhere, so looking for that really quick, I would imagine, or just going to make sure he's not getting pushed before picking it up. So 1-6 now for the Astralis side of things. And we'll see if they can build any momentum off the top of that. It's been a little bit of a tricky opening to this half for them. Team Liquid has just felt 1 or 2 steps ahead. Ultimate's been in the right place at the right time a number of rounds. That upper defense has been giving them a different look than Astralis is probably expecting.
Terrorists win.
But hard mode now for HooXi. You get the first on the board, but now your job truly begins, which is grinding away this economy that Team Liquid has been able to build up. You need that reprieve on T-side Nuke of going up against the occasional low buy, going up against the occasional buy without an AWP. They don't have that luxury until they can put together a string of at least 3 rounds.
Staehr to open things up with some speed behind those outside smokes in the previous round. It's the only thing that's worked for Astralis, or perhaps an idea for Liquid that they might go for it again. Elige has decided to go ahead and get aggressive to try and disrupt that possibility.
There's the smokes up. Staehr is here on his own. I can't imagine he's going to be super aggressive, but going to start working his way forward.
Yeah.
And Elige catches him.
You can hear Elige in the comms just before this round saying he thinks they're going to try and get lower again. So he decides to use his spawn and get aggressive and catch off Staehr before he can find impact.
Yeah, smart from Elige. That's how Staehr got the opening kill in the previous round, just unbridled aggression.
Now here comes Ultimate to try and plug the gap and ends up getting flashed twice, then a Molotov, and he still goes for the aggressive option, helping out his teammate as well, keeping the pressure off of Naf inside of the ramp room. That has forced Astralis to reconsider their options, and now HooXi making space, taking control towards main. Elige is long gone. He's all the way towards CT vent, and Naf is pushed through ramp, sensing there's a gap, sensing there's an opportunity to get in behind. And Device is down. Elige catches HooXi looking the wrong way, and Astralis fall to just Yabi trying to do everything. It's a quick double. There's 45 seconds left. He's got the bomb in his possession. Yabi with a small chance at winning this round.
Yeah, bomb plant is really all you can hope for here. Get it down, see what happens after that. But going to be so difficult because now he's locked in as well. Should be an easy cleanup. Ultimate gets back behind cover. It's NertZ to clean off Yabi. And Liquid back to their winning ways. Now a 6-round lead. Plant's going to help, but I mean, just the wins at this point because Team Liquid just have the money for the rest of this half, it feels. And they're not making a whole lot of mistakes so far. It's been Astralis constantly walking into their traps. That's a lovely play from Ultimate to sell Naf's position as well. Everything goes perfectly.
Yeah, Team Liquid bringing the intensity early on and suffocating Astralis' T side of Nuke.
I mean, remember, both of these teams have kind of mentioned, you know, the form that they've shown in the majority of Stage 2 isn't what they're capable of. It's not anywhere close to their peak. So you come into this match in Elimination Series, and you have to show what that peak can be, and it's only Liquid who's providing it.
Well, the offer of Liquid doing a great job, so Device tries to move outside and get some impact of his own. He gets that opening kill, Yabby to follow up, and Astralis into a 5v3.
And they'll wait. First time they've had an advantage of this quality, but that opens up the possibility to even things out. Ultimate takes out Device, now just one player the difference.
Oh, Ultimate is really not missing much at the moment. He's drawn this back to a 3v3, and Shuei, look at that. Here's the steps of Yabby, peeks on out from behind the big box, and Ultimate is just slicing them up. Astralis can get nowhere. They can't get past this AWPer.
Yeah, no panic whatsoever from Team Liquid. They know there's going to be a pause in the action. They know they're saying Astralis, okay, they're up 2 players. They're going to wait for some kind of a reaction. Ultimate's got the AWP, likeliest to find us a kill. He does even better. One more on top of it. Little bit lackadaisical from Staehr up on the roof.
Yeah, he's having some great impact across those 3 positions towards the back of the garage, moving behind Credit Card and over towards Hell. He's doing some great work right now for Ultimate.
You had a slow start into losing a 5-on-3 advantage, and Astralis is in a terrifyingly bad place right now.
Yeah, they're trying to accelerate things down into the ramp room. They're going to test now. Oh, it's not so accurate on the first bullet, so he gets taken down. Alicia's quick to respond, and he keeps it clean. A double kill as Yabby and Device, both victims of the Alicia AK. They have got one player down the vent, and that is Hooksy. But there's really nothing they can do at this point, Astralis, unless Hooksy is able to pull off something special.
If he finds NertZ, although the door closed behind
Yeah.
NertZ is a smart play, because now he's got the warning system, and now he's stepped into safety of Dark Spot.
They blow open the door, NertZ is alerted to that, turns back, catches Hooksy, and real sharp shooting from everyone on Team Liquid today.
I mean, fair play. It does look like a completely different squad than what we saw on day 1 going 0-2. NertZ looks sharp. Alicia as well is really dynamic, moving around the map. There's no stress in this CT side. Ultimate is landing some lovely shots with the AWP. Nothing too complex. Just hitting the ones he needs to. And Astralis just have no firepower to contend with any of it, apparently.
No, none at all. The only 2 openers that are working was Staehr charging outside behind the smokes, catching them off, and then Device bringing the AWP out there. And even that Device round where they get the opening, Team Liquid still winning. So I think Flash is going to be very happy. We just seen in the sort of communication tab at the start of the game, he was talking about getting in their face, being disruptive, being aggressive. It's got to feel good as the coach, and everybody's listening, and is so effective in doing so.
Got to be a good feeling as the coach, not only that, but also playing in your home country as well. Kind of a hometown event for Flashy, and obviously wanted to put a good foot out there and not make it to stage 3 and continue battling for a chance on the stage of the playoffs as well. 8 rounds the difference. Team Liquid showing a dominant form to start Nuke.
There's Naf moving up through the ramp room. Some aggression. The pressure still on here for Team Liquid. Just throwing it at Astralis. It's Ultimate aggressive with the AWP. He's been outside pretty much all the time, and this time pushing down through ramp with a rifle support of Naf. Shuei trying to get through this main smoke. It's Magic's gone. Everybody falling. Astralis can't catch a break. They are just not even here in this matchup. It is pure domination from Team Liquid.
This is like the 3rd or 4th time I feel like we've seen Astralis hit this upper bomb site and kind of an execute like this with utility, and I think all the time they're feeling like they should be running into the defense. And Liquid's just kind of never where they expect them to be. You know, Shuei's kind of an upper defender playing in towards Mini. Ultimate, the aggression towards Lobby is the first one. Nobody's home out squeak door whatsoever. It's a player coming up vent. Liquid's just kind of, this defense is so shadowy to like ghost in the upper bomb site, and Astralis can't find it.
Yeah, this definitely feels more like the Astralis T-sides we got to see back at EPL earlier in this season. Well, quicker again. This is the 1 round they have picked up here in the half, which was Staehr just running outside on that first spawn. This time he's dead without a kill. Magisk at least hunting down Ultimate, taking him away. It's a 19-3 scoreline he'll finish this half with, and I think he's going to be exceptionally happy with that. We've got Magisk trying to move up, taking more fights. Another headshot goes his way. Alicia to trade it.
Yeah, and Alicia brought very low, but will you clear NertZ? No, you won't. That's the bomb as well. Alicia grabbed 1 more in the meantime while that went down, so Yabby's just like, well, I got nothing to do with the MAC-10. 1 kill is his. 11 HP in a 1v2 clutch in the final round of the opening half.
Yeah, remember that bomb is all the way at Secret as well. So Yabby a long way off getting involved in this round with such low health. NertZ is holding that vent drop. Well, he's not putting himself in harm's way. So it's on Yabby to step up and make the play. Just clearing so many angles along the way here as Alicia's right behind him.
I think that timing was just actually insane that Elige doesn't see him outside.
Eventually detects him. And on this day of survival, it is Team Liquid that are stepping up versus Astralis. A single round posted by the Danes. A game we were all excited for today. We anticipated a close one. Team Liquid versus Astralis is anything but. Team Liquid have shown up to the server. Astralis do not show us anything on that T side. Smothered by the defense of Liquid and the step-up performance of Ultimate.
It's the dangerous thing of feeling like you come into a game and you haven't played, the level that you expect to be able to, the level you're capable of throughout a stage as well. You come in, you have a rough start, and it can so easily just feel like you're regressing back to the default, which is a poor performance. And that's what Astralis has to dig themselves out of right now. Pissed around, obviously critical. Elige going to be leading the way outside. 4 members of Liquid, actually 5 members of Liquid. Screw it, NertZ drops onto the roof. They're all out here ready to party.
Look at a brawl. They've been winning every fight, so might as well. It's Device in Garage. Hooksy playing out towards the AC, and Device eventually getting the opening kill here. Flips back, realizes how much ground they've lost. NertZ doing damage with the Glock, bringing them low, but can't finish them off. So 2 kills early here for Astralis. Make it 3, thanks to Device again. Putting his name in the kill feed. They've got Elige and Naf looking to close this one out. The 2 legacy Liquid players. Okay, Elige, that's sharpshooting indeed. And it all comes down to Naf at the back of the bomb site. 3 players coming at him. Device is low, but Matt has got the shot. And Astralis win the pistol, at least surviving a little bit longer.
It feels a little mean to say Elige needed that 3rd kill, but Elige needed that 3rd kill if they were going to turn that round in their favor. Heroic effort and beautiful shooting, but a nice trap set up outside for Astralis. They actually called the exact pistol round to counter what Liquid's doing. Looking for a duel outside with that P250, looking to cross over towards Secret, push NertZ towards Heaven. Astralis had 3 players ready to counter everything Liquid wanted to do. Good kills early on, and an easy close of the round. This 5-on-3 doesn't go against them.
Oh, straight away, not wasting any time. Get the best weapons possible out. Device has an AWP coming into the 2nd round of the 2nd half.
Yeah, you might as well. With the scoreline this big, even if you're to lose it, it's not like you're risking a whole lot at the moment, being down by 9 rounds. Well, investment from Liquid as well. Elige gonna drop down. Good run, good kill.
Okay, the dive down into the side. Matt is cleaning up though, but Elige is still firing forward, and Yabby waits at the back of the bomb site, desperately hoping Staehr can arrive at Heaven. And Staehr has arrived. Shue has cut down Device, that's the AWP gone, and now it is Yabby having to move out for the back of the site, finally getting aggressive on Elige. But this is very worrying for Astralis. All of a sudden a 2v2 here. Ultimate checking up towards Heaven. And the stairway to heaven's gone all the way to the rafters instead. Now, Ultimate makes his way down.
Shui's got the op. He can actually cut off rotations to vent. Does he want to hold this?
Well, does he get the angle? He does, and he reacts. Yabby's gone, so it's Staehr alone all the way up at the rafters. And this is a devastating way to lose the round for Astralis.
With Device's own op.
Yeah, exactly. It cost them. And so Staehr running his way down into the B bomb site, giving it a good go. But Ultimate's now detected him, and he wins it with the Deagle. That'll be the death sentence. That is the final blow. And Team Liquid will be marching into the second map with Nuke surely picked up.
Start to finish, this map has just been a statement from Team Liquid. This is the one that they were talking about from the boot camp. It was all a meme for a while after Alicia said, oh, we had a great boot camp. Everything was going great. Everyone's on the same page. You see the devastating losses on day one and you just kind of laugh at the hilarity of the situation. But now we're starting to see what this Liquid can look like when the boot camp comes to the Major. And this is a lovely first map in a must-win series.
They're going to be riding a high if they can close it out right now, not allowing Astralis to even build up a few rounds here. It's going to feel like Astralis didn't play their map pick. Mirage is up next. And we've been talking about the woes of Liquid at times, and it hasn't looked great. It's been full of problems for them, but you're going to be going into that map feeling so confident, and everybody's looking so sharp today.
That's the thing that changed. That's the thing that I'm seeing inside the server as well. NertZ and Alicia, I don't know if I've seen them this sharp since they're in these Liquid jerseys, or the return into the Liquid jersey for Alicia.
Yeah, Magisk, decent kill here. Alicia's gone, but NertZ is going to trade it. Yeah, be coming up through Secret.
A lot of pressure here. Astralis wants to fight outside.
Looking to bring the Jewel to try and survive a little bit longer here on Nuke.
They still haven't seen HooXi and Garage as well.
What can he really do about this with a 5-7 all the way back? Because Team Liquid have secretly made their way forward. And now descend lower and lower into the waiting arms of Yabby and Staehr. Shui break them apart, sees the legs. Yabby doing work, and Staehr's Deagle chimes in. So more impact being felt here by Astralis at least, but pulled back by Ultimate, who is now 22-4, and it's down to NertZ and Ultimate to close out against Device and HooXi.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one though. Very low on HP is Ultimate, and Device is close up to the door. He wants his op back. He's coming for it.
Well, low HP. He's finished off Ultimate. So bomb plant denied. It's on to NertZ, but he's got flanked, and that will be the kill from HooXi that keeps this map going.
All right, just barely surviving is Astralis. Nice stack down in Secret. Liquid wander right into it. Yeah, Ultimate is having a good game, and he's been under tons of scrutiny in this Liquid jersey. The blistering pace he set, the expectations from the first couple of months in the team, hasn't been able to match them, hasn't been able to get comfortable. But this is a lovely map from him, dominant, and he had those 2 critical kills against Tyloo last night to save the day and get Liquid to this point as well. Nothing to get excited for if you're Astralis at the moment. They're just trying to play themselves back into this series.
Well, Liquid throwing everything they've got to try and close it here and now. They've got Deagles, Tech-9, P250, Galil. That rifle in the hands of Alicia. We watched him do some work with it already in this half, in that second round.
Yeah, last time the second round low buy was a quick jump off of the mini roof from Alicia in towards mini to split into the upper bomb site. Tech-9's coming in through hut. So what does Liquid want to change up? What do they want to do this time? I think HooXi's been spotted. Yeah, jump from Shuhei. He's going to force that player back. So doesn't want HooXi pushing up and getting information. Oh, there's still tons of it for the Astralis defense with no Liquid presence outside. Late smoke wall set up. Limited utility for Liquid, so they're going to have to use these resources. Device will see nothing over the top of the smoke. 3 Liquid players filter past. Oh. There's one. Just a glimpse around the edge.
He spotted them, at least alerting HooXi to the threat. Although HooXi taking damage on board is down to 14 HP and hasn't taken a kill of his own. Magisk running in, getting caught. Another kill, this time for Team Liquid picked up.
They still don't know what HooXi is alive.
Yeah, HooXi's still the problem, still the threat. Naf is waiting inside of the smoke in main. 20 seconds on the clock. That's the bomb in main. That is the only way the Team Liquid can pick this up, and look at the timing. Shuei's around the back. He's got the info on the main player, and he's low, but bomb is now down with 10 seconds on the clock. They've gotta run back to main to get it, or take the kill on Staehr, and he's running down in hell.
No time.
They can't. They have to win on a kill, and Staehr's going up. He's going into the fight. And just enough done by Astralis to keep it going. But when Staehr flies up that ladder, you get worried for a second.
Yeah, that was actually pretty close, but he's trying to time it as well. That's a tense situation to be in. And Astralis, again, these rounds they're surviving in, just barely coming out on top. Haven't yet been able to show they can put a stop to Team Liquid because these are the weaker buys. And Liquid's going to be pleased with that kind of performance. Again, you're keeping the money low. The AWP not recovered as well. Astralis don't have a whole lot to be pumped for quite yet. 8 rounds back. And a timeout from Team Liquid as Flashy just wants to have a conversation, get involved, keep everyone settled, and remind them they've still got plenty of Counter-Strike to be played, plenty more chances to close this out. Flashy in his first major as the coach of Team Liquid, coming over from Na'Vi as the analyst underneath Blade. I know that was a big selling point for him to come into this Liquid team, is the time he spent under the tutelage of Blade, who's considered to be one of the greatest coaches we've ever had in Counter-Strike, especially as a tactician. So Liquid hoping to get a lot of results with Flashy at the helm of the squad.
Yeah, and it's going to be quite a step up for him, and of course going from being an assistant coach
We're
to
gonna
the
win
lead
this one,
coach.
guys. They're gonna panic a lot.
Short and sweet from Shui. They are going to panic at some point.
Maybe
If
not in
Liquid
this
keep
round.
applying it, that's the thing, is will Liquid drop off? Does Liquid take their foot off the gas? Does something happen? Is there a round that gets close where Astralis can change the nature of this game?
Well, they handled the early pressure in this round. They've got the first 2 kills here for Astralis, and once you don't get the opening in a round like this for Team Liquid, it's very hard to see a world in which they're able to rein it back in. Staehr has received a lot of compliments for his play towards the ramp room, has often been the rock for Astralis' CT side. They come at him in this round, he nearly messes up there in that fight, but stays alive and gets the pick.
He's had a lot of positive things said about him since he kind of joined this roster. Came in as kind of the everyman who got moved around at different roles, different positions, just to see if some of the Astralis could get any of their quote-unquote stars to be able to be activated in them. And Staehr just kept performing so well in all of them. They're like, we might as well just give you what you want to begin with. It happened about 6 months ago, and Staehr has taken that opportunity and seized it and capitalized upon it. He's one of the strongest members of this Astralis team. The rock that they've been able to rely upon when no one else has been able to step up. Shake of the head from Ultimate, but still got a smile on his face. It's 12-5. Liquid back with a bye.
Yeah, they've been waiting for this. Just throwing whatever they can together until the loss bonus kicks in as well, and you're able to get the full buy back out. You have a missing rifle in the hands of Ultimate, who has to play with a Deagle, but Team Liquid move quite swiftly outside behind the smoke, so you can see NertZ looking to be very aggressive and confident, looking for fights on top of main. He dives down and gets over towards Unbreakable. He passes by. Staehr should be cleared here, and NertZ unable to get the kill, so Staehr doing some work again here for Astralis.
Yeah, he was going to be trapped regardless. That looked like it was going to be a 1-for-1. Now it's Devices off instead of Ultimates that's able to pick off Elige crossing over as the smoke fades. And Liquid's offense in the early gun round looks just as haggard as Astralis's was in the first half, as Hooksy's going to pick out Ultimate as well. And no success. Nothing to talk about across the map for Team Liquid.
You know, we were referencing EPL and the T-side problems. I also recall really strong CT sides from Astralis.
True, they were able to get things done on the CT side, and that's obviously, I mean, just by nature of being able to barely survive 2 rounds early, kept themselves alive to see if they can power this up.
Still a long way off, but Astralis dream of an overtime. 6 rounds in a row, still left to pick up. Team Liquid having to take the hit, go down to Tech 9s in this round. Let's see if Astralis can be perfect.
Shui needs to make sure the words that he mentioned earlier aren't going to come back to haunt Team Liquid. He mentioned, we're going to win this, Astralis is going to panic. Well, the same thing can happen if Astralis keep going on this run. Then you start getting the panic going into the Liquid side of things, and all of a sudden that condition that Shui wanted to work for them works against them.
Staehr holding down the ramp room, just enough bullets to get that second kill, and Device coming on over to help him out. So down to just 2 players, Shui and Elige, and they haven't really broken a hole in this defense that they can flood through. It's very well handled by Staehr. 12 kills to his name now. He's really starting to rack them up.
Going to be 12-7. 5-round deficit. And I guess now's kind of an appropriate time to mention Liquid as an organization has been part of some of the most devastating losses and comebacks in Major history. This is a trend that has continued throughout the organization. No matter what the roster is, it just always seems to be there.
Surely this can't be another one.
Usually it happens in the playoffs, but, you know.
Hey, this is pretty much the playoff for
Yeah,
them.
it feels like it could be a playoff match, essentially. Here we are, round 20. Opening up with Elige outside. Utility being spent. Everyone else from his team sticking around towards the inner bomb site, so Elige looks like he'll be the lone man, the sole player outside for Liquid.
On the outside, smokes fade for Team Liquid. Elige already up at the red box. And the second wave of utility now coming in. It's a more standard wall. Elige aware that they're going to try and break it and look for the pick, and doesn't put himself in harm's way.
Yes, Shue's out here with the bomb as well, which is kind of a light pairing, a bomb with one other player. I think he's just going to activate Elige in towards Mini. Again, they've wanted to attack into Hooksy. That's the third time they've attacked into him for the opening play.
Oh, Yabi misses his lines. Device also. And now you're hoping that they don't check Magisk. Shue's taking Hooksy down. He'll back away. They've still got 45 seconds here, Team Liquid. Where do they want to go with this one as NertZ starts to surge through the trophy room all the way down into towards ramp?
Yeah, Shue's going to have to be really careful rotating back in through lobby. That door being broken open. If Device has a deep angle with the AWP, might be able to pick off Shue, but he's worried about outside, so he can't take it. Trying to inch into it just a little bit more.
It's the time here for Team Liquid. There's only 25 seconds left in this round. You may be in a 4v3, but you've got a lot of ground to get towards that lower bomb site.
NertZ and Ultimate are walking so far ahead of them, they're going to actually clear things out, and then that's going to enable the bomb to sprint into the site and get there in time. Here's the play. Astralis shifting down now. They're getting a sense of what's coming, but they're going to have to retake this bomb site.
Well, there's the plant coming in. NertZ to protect the double doors, making sure no one's swinging to deny. No one's going to be a hero. Device has gone down, and this should be it. Team Liquid looking to close out Nuke. It's Magisk and Staehr stepping up to the plate here in the double doors, but there's a crossfire of death right in front of him, and it's Ultimate with 24 kills. That is what he'll end this map on. Fantastic first half performance from Team Liquid. They don't allow Astralis enough room to come back into this game whatsoever. Domination from Team Liquid on map 1. Astralis' map pick has gone the wrong way on this day of survival. We're looking at Mirage up next, and Team Liquid, they're surely riding a high.
This one up right just because they were in a similar position yesterday against Aurora. This one is arguably a little bit worse because they're about to play their opponent's map pick. Liquid should be closing this one out, but I feel like at this point we've learned that we can never ride Astralis off.
Feels like as quickly as Astralis arrive at the Major, they may be departing. It's all going down on Mirage.
Well, Astralis used his greatness at Majors, and they haven't really been here in recent years, Jason. It could be their last map here in Budapest. We'll see if they can fight against Team Liquid or Mirage.
All right, Rugga getting the boys geared up for a battle, for a fight to get back into this series. Yeah, it's been a long, long time. Device was telling me he's getting the same jitters as he had at his first Major when he returned to here in Budapest. He's going to have to shove those to the side and have quite a performance here on Mirage.
Oh, Hooksy shows back into the B-bomb side. His teammate waiting here with Magisk. He's going to take that first kill with this pistol. NertZ and Ultimate, though, rounding up kills for Team Liquid. They come blasting through this B-bomb site. Staehr, oh, good denial of the bomb plant. That keeps Astralis going for just a little bit longer. His Device coming in to try and help him. And Staehr once again, what is that? That is so brilliant from Staehr with 3 inside of the site. His Ultimate all of a sudden left. And Staehr has saved him in this pistol round. That is incredible work on B.
Sneaky, sneaky play. He slipped out behind the pillar in the midst of all the chaos. No one from Liquid had any idea. And just at that point, no one can land a shot. Everyone's shocked at the scenario. And Staehr's able to put them all down.
Dude, that is wild. The bomb plant, he's being pressured with the player in front of him. Clean shooting from Staehr here, recovering. A couple of missed shots early, but then the final couple of bullets, damn clean.
Just bullet management as well as he's running low. What an incredible sequence for Staehr. That's the kind of heroics they needed on Nuke and never got. You get to start the map that way right now if you're Astralis. Now you did win a pistol round on Nuke and lost the ensuing second round. That cannot happen again.
And
There's a good kill from Staehr again, following up on the rifle this time, and all pinned in behind Tetris. He's hungry for these kills. He's going to go ahead and get another one. Just cleaning up. One player left in the ramp. That's ultimate with just the clock here. Astralis a 2-0 lead, all thanks to Staehr.
Yeah, 7 kills in the opening 2 rounds, so Staehr's looking to have a hot hand throughout this Mirage. But a buy coming in round 3 for Team Liquid with the full save in the previous. AK-47's out across the board. And we get to see what the Liquid game plan is. The devs mentioned that Liquid's going to have to be cautious of Astralis, their mid-trap, setting up on short, setting up in con and window, jumping down into underpass. Astralis very proactive in the middle of the map on this CT side, and Liquid better have a plan to handle it.
Well, all AKs, apart from a Shue here for Team Liquid. It's aggression from Staehr again, running up towards top middle. Oh, here he goes. Staehr is locked into map 2, another kill added, and this time Shue the victim.
I mean, why not call that? Good call from Hooksy, whoever brought up the aggressive play, just saying, okay, well, Staehr's opened up this game so well, he's going to love the idea that we sent him up to fight. And a great setup with a smoke break. 4 versus 5 for Team Liquid in the first gun round, and Naf looking for the equalizing kill.
Staehr almost difficult to keep track of. He's all the way over at ramp now, pushing down with Yabby. Here's Magisk over the top of the con smoke, and Alicia's caught. So a 3v5 here for Team Liquid immediately at the start of the round.
Device looking at these smokes as they fade, not going to find Ultimate, who's in con. NertZ finds him over the top, but traded off. Magisk able to grab a kill for free. Yabby's got a huge flank as well, so while NertZ and Naf might be trying to talk right now at the moment of how they bring this round back and how they get a few more kills on the board, they've got a time limit as Yabby works his way all around.
NertZ waiting for the peek. There's the peek, and there's the kill from Magisk and Yabby in tandem on that top mid flank. So Astralis happy about the start here into Mirage. I guess we could talk a little bit about some of those weaknesses for Team Liquid on Mirage. I think we noted early on when Elise first joined the team that Mirage was a map he was in particular struggling on, Jason.
They have some decent wins on this map, yeah, but the eye test has sometimes felt off to me over the past few months. I think it's one where Elise has seemed the least comfortable within what they want to do, and maybe the boot camp has alleviated some of those issues, but it always felt like they were just kind of like almost there but not fully synced up and a little bit disorganized at times. You add on top of that, Astralis is doing them to start Mirage exactly what Team Liquid did to start Nuke, was just be in your face, be disruptive, give nothing for free.
There's a swing out with the Tech 9, and Astralis handling all the pressure when Team Liquid trying to accelerate towards them with some of these weaker guns. Staehr just isn't missing. A 9-0 start for him. The bomb spilled to his feet, and it's Hooksy to come in and clean up. So in terms of what Astralis needed, this is exactly what they would have ordered coming into Mirage.
Yeah, a good way to kind of forget about the first map, go on this little bit of a run, start to feel a lot more confident within the map. So Astralis about as good as they could have hoped for, and already a good amount of cash built up. Not too much fragging on the Liquid side of things. 5 kills, 4 of which are from NertZ. And the first time out taken, Flashy's already a little bit unhappy with what he's seen to start this map. Nothing going according to plan.
Well, Astralis yesterday, they lost to Aurora on Nuke as the opening map, came back to win the series on the last 2. You can see Rugga talking about that coming into this. You know, that has to be the mentality for Astralis. They've lost their opening map. They lost in a lot more dominant fashion than yesterday, but it has to be the mentality that you can still come back into the series, and I think this start is certainly going to help them start to believe in that.
That's the quote we saw from Rugga, that he was trying to tap into that same kind of philosophy as well. Just like, okay, well, I guess we're going to have to grind for it just like we did the other day. So lock back into that mentality and let's get this second map started, and it's worked beautifully. Astralis with a comfortable lead in the early going of the map. They control the economy. They've got the momentum. And Team Liquid still with 3 players not yet having impact.
3 players started the window here for Astralis and sent bullets in towards top mid, but no one from Team Liquid getting caught by them. They're going to boost one player up into the ladder room. That's going to be Matches, but look how quick Shue is to get towards Con.
Look how quick NertZ is to turn this corner. He's got to work with the Liege. Magisk up in the ladder. His attention is pulled away. All right, NertZ, you might be able to have a freebie. Magisk descends into some safety. Astralis want to fight.
Hooksy moving in, Liege, and NertZ. Okay, NertZ, that is a cluster. A cluster of kills up towards the window, and we got a Liege to shut it down as well.
Okay, well, that worked out very quickly, very beautifully. I mean, Liquid probably couldn't have asked for much of a better situation, but that's something they're going to have to be aware of throughout this half. Astralis do want to fight for that. If you gain that control, they do want to come take it back from you. So this time it pans out, but moving into the future, you got to be ready for it round after round. And for NertZ, they just line up to him, and Magisk has a cheeky little peek off to the right.
Like, oh, 3 in window.
Yeah, he's like, I'll take that.
Intensity there for HooXi. Not going to be happy about how that went down over towards short. So Team Liquid breakthrough for the first round. Here's that aggressive move again from Staehr. This time no success early on, but he's hanging around. He's not falling back. He wants to stick around for this kill, but he gets caught by a flash. It's Device to protect him. Staehr finally down by Shuhei. So it's a 1-for-1 in middle, but Yabi goes ahead and gets the advantage right back here for Astralis.
Yeah, good play from Shuhei. The swing, and no, he can't go down. HooXi must survive. A lot of pressure being applied. It's brawly to start these rounds.
Fights all over the show, and there's a minute 15 still left in the round.
We saw Yabi take down Naf. Naf had stepped through the smoke over in Palace. There's the cleanup on the kill on the B bomb site, and access is there as Ultimate and NertZ scale in.
Yabi and Magisk. Not much money left here for Magisk. A little bit of extra to play with for Yabi. Magisk getting ever closer. That bomb not planted yet, but the utility comes in. And Team Liquid locking out Astralis for the time being. You see Yabi racing his way back up through short, searching for a kill towards the back of the bench. Takes a dink on board, half his health removed, and even more so as he's finished off by NertZ, who uses the cover of the bench perfectly. And we watch Team Liquid take their second round.
Yeah, that's a nice opening provided at the B bomb site. And remember back on Nuke, Team Liquid was attacking HooXi's position in mini garage quite frequently on their T side. I wonder if that's a trend that we start seeing continue, especially as Team Liquid grind away the money from the Astralis defense, start giving themselves a little bit more freedom to work with, and then maybe they do go back to targeting HooXi at the B-bomb site now here on Mirage.
Terrorists.
2 to 4, another buy coming in. Plenty of money for Astralis. Device will even be able to have the AWP. That's the dink onto the dome of Yabi, and from there, Yabi's just trying to play the timing game, just guessing some one-taps for the next swing. Well done from NertZ.
Astralis feeling like they need to use their first timeout. One used by both teams so far.
Flashy talking about how he wants the round to play out, mentions frequently that his timeouts aren't always tactical. Sometimes he's just reminding the guys how to approach the round, what kind of philosophy to operate with, what kind of energy they need to bring into the server that they're lacking. Trying to continue this streak of rounds.
Well, Device and Ultimate both have their AWPs out. Ultimate was incredible on the first map of Nuke. His AWP was dominating Astralis. Now from the CT side, let's see what kind of impact he can have as a T-side AWPer. It's one of the maps that Ultimate really broke out on last year when he showed us what he was capable of in his first exciting months. Well, he's going down into the underpass, smoked out for now, making no secret about his position, nor is NertZ. Smoke break not going to plan here for Team Liquid. Elise still walking through it, catching Staehr at the bottom of Con. And a great opener here for Team Liquid. Aggression catching Astralis off guard.
Yeah, Staehr maybe just sticking around a little bit too long, maybe an extra second or so. Might have thought that smoke break was to peek from a distance, but Elise really scaled up well with it. And now NertZ, here it is. Here's the targeting HooXi. They found the opening kill. HooXi's on his own. They know it. HooXi knows it. He's got to back off.
Yeah, they see the short play that NertZ knows is a player on short, but HooXi moved off. Ultimate punishes, and now Magisk all the way back as short as alone, as NertZ will take him down, no problem. It's Device and Yabi in a position that they just can't even fight for the round win in, so back it away, saving these weapons, the AWP and M4 into the next, and Team Liquid starting to close this gap immediately. Astralis off to a 4-0 lead, and now 3 in a row for Team Liquid.
That's a really nice change of pace as well from Shuhei. One of the things that you know, the Team Liquid team has said he's very, very good at as an IGL is the way he changes the pacing of their attacks. This one, you get that gift from Elise, that free kill onto Staehr in middle, and then it's like, oh, well, let's just pick things up towards the B-bomb site. People are going to have to rotate away from HooXi. He'll be on his own. Rather than grind out any kind of a mid-fight, just take the advantage and run with it. A third round in a row for Team Liquid, so the economy from Astralis breaks. They'll have the AWP and the M4 in Yabi's hands to use in the next round. That should be about it. 4-3 lead from Astralis, but the start to this map feels so long ago. Fortunes have completely reversed off the back of Flashy's timeout. 3 in a row after his words to the team.
Yeah, now we end up with Device and Yabi as the 2 premium weapons available to Astralis. Obviously being saved over, and everyone else having to play with a pistol. Liquid making their way into mid. It's Elise just clearing out close on that smoke. Magisk gathering info towards the ramp with the backup of Yabi and not spotting anything as Team Liquid populate middle. They're going to go towards Device. This is exactly what the Astralis want. They want them to come into the sniper, and Device, he's good on the first. The pistol's in, the flash is up though, and Yabi right through that smoke. The two save weapons for Astralis getting some impact.
Oh, this is huge. Shuhei, are you going to take the risk in a smoke? Are you actually going to offer your life up and maybe just take the gamble? It fades, and that's a nice kill on a Magisk. But Ultimate in the back, he grabs Device, shifting away, and all across the map, Liquid is causing chaos.
Yeah, Shuhei still in con. Important fight to win here for Yabi. It's a 2v2. Staehr and Yabi up against Naf and Ultimate. Bomb not planted yet. It's actually quite a bit of way off. So
kind of a stressful situation for Ultimate, having to man the fort while his teammate kind of runs up very, very late. Liquid will get the bomb planted, but Yabi's already arrived.
Yeah, both players have now picked up AKs as well here for Astralis. No kit, they've got to move quick. And Yabi spotted, the fight is in, and Naf will get his first kill with Mirage. It's on Staehr, a hot start. Can he continue it with a 1v2? Time will start to tick, blinded as he's held back. He needs to find a kill towards the site rapidly, and that smoke is up in the jump. Denied by Naf. And another round win here for Team Liquid as they tie up the game.
Well done from Naf as well. I mean, he's a player that's going to play a cold position on this T side. Hasn't had to do a whole lot quite yet in this half of Counter-Strike because most of the action has been towards mid, been towards the B bomb site. But the lovely thing about Naf as a player is when you need him to step up in the clutch, he's a solid performer in those situations, coming in late no matter how much attention he's gotten throughout the map. Rebounded so well from the lowest point of his career in the first half of 2025. Now he finds himself a valued member of this team yet again.
Device looking over the top of the smoke. It's Ultimate looking to challenge first, and Device doesn't want to have anything to do with that. Liege waiting in Palace. It's Yabi's aggression that's paid off though for Astralis. NertZ is dead in the ramp, and Astralis have the advantage. Shuhei always being a nuisance inside a connector, catching Staehr off. It's a really important kill here for Team Liquid. Ultimate tried to extend upon it up through short, but couldn't quite get the connection he was looking for.
Shuhei's done everything that you can ask of him. He's taken one kill, he's forced his Device up to rotate and reposition back towards Ticket. Meanwhile, the slow hit up A ramp is coming.
Yeah, Device is now watching that though, trying to get the angle up. Misses the shot on Elise. Yabi hoping that distraction is enough to get an extra kill, and he will in fact take down Elise. Good response from Shuhei again, but he's dealt with by HooXi. It's Magisk and HooXi up against Naf and Ultimate. 50 seconds left on the clock.
Naf and Ultimate won the last clutch together as well. Ultimate's going to step in with the AWP from behind on Catwalk. It's Ultimate one more time.
Looking for HooXi, couldn't quite get it. It's now Naf against HooXi. And we talked about Naf's clutch, and you just mentioned it in that last round. Another one required of him. He goes into the open, but this time it's HooXi.
Too quick on the shot. Well done from HooXi. Shuts him down. And what a scramble, what a back and forth round as kills are traded along, extended execute into the A bomb site. And HooXi keeps his team nursing a one-round lead, 5-4.
Important kill as well, moving through that smoke, catching Shuhei as he moved up towards the bench. Shuhei does so much in this round for Team Liquid, getting that connector control, taking so much space towards the A site. And it's still the in-game leader of Astralis who does that little bit extra.
Yeah, they might not have been able to bear another economic reset if they were to lose that round. With 4 kills, Liquid's going to be very pleased with the situation they've set up right now. Another break of the economy right at the tail end could get them 7 rounds in the half, and Ultimate's given you yet another opening.
It receives a lot of damage, down to 3 HP, but they'll just be happy with the fact he has grabbed that early kill. Device is searching for the response, staying committed down towards underpass, and NertZ, here he is. NertZ, what's happening? Finally, Device is going to get caught. Elise catches him inside of the smoke, and Device just hangs around a little bit too long.
Yeah, he was desperate to find the equalizing kill to bring it back into a 4-on-4 and make up for the loss of Magisk. Not going to happen whatsoever. HooXi alone at the B bomb site. Staehr at top con and Yabi over towards A. And Liquid have got 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock to work the map. Complete freedom to do whatever they wish. A lot of these rounds, I think, if you ask Astralis right now in this moment, they'd say Liquid has a tendency of falling into a B hit. So you can see the defense shifting because it's been a sore spot in the mid to late rounds. But mostly grouped up in middle. Liquid can go anywhere. 38 seconds now.
Pink lands towards NertZ. Sounds more violent than it really was. Down to 82 health, but finished off by HooXi.
You got a 3-on-1 at the A bomb site no matter what happens. At the very worst, that's what you have. So now Naf steps through the smoke. 20 seconds, clearing all the corners. Being smart and diligent with his utility. Bomb will be planted, and Astralis look like they're conceding already.
Yeah, realizing they're a long way off getting back to that A site.
I mean, HooXi's coming through the underpass, but there's no way, right?
Well, Ultimate's in such a powerful position.
Yeah, but why are you even doing this? You have no kits. And once the ult.
MVP back that Device had lost early in the round, but Ultimate hears that. That's information at least gathered for Team Liquid. Not going to be the man to hunt it down.
Ultimate a year ago would have dropped down and gone for the fight.
But a 5-5 as now Team Liquid send the AK forward. Shuey trying to prevent HooXi from saving it, but a nice shot from HooXi. He'll hang on to it, and we've got a tied game here on Mirage.
Yes, we do. Good job from Team Liquid. So even though you do get that economic kind of punish on the Astralis side of things, 3 saved weapons, HooXi had enough money built up in the bank. The buy is going to be absolutely fine for Astralis in this these last couple rounds, or this next round, I should say. Timeout called. Here's the opening provided, and it's just the bullets breaking open the smoke. The nade was coming in, but it's Magisk who provided the information. All smiles for Team Liquid at the moment. Rugga on the mic, coach of Astralis. This is his 7th major as a coach. He's made it to the playoffs twice, back in 2017, Atlanta and Krakow, but struggled to find significant success. And here trying to piece together this Astralis organization, one of the few organizations still ticking to a regional team, all Danes. Not going international.
I think Astralis have kind of gone through everyone you would want to see, and the Danish scene always making the move. Maybe a little bit too late at times, but yet to really even come close to replicating the success this organization's used to, and well, some great success from Ultimate in opening kills. Yet another one, and he's not slowing down. Ultimate keeps going. Magisk moves through the ramp. It's Naf to get caught by it, and here goes the aggression from Astralis all the way through T-spawn. But in the meantime, everybody else is dropping, and they're not worried about this. But that's the bomb as Elise comes back to protect Shuey.
Spotted.
Yep, they get spotted. They spot the push, but they get past Elise, and Shuey happily will take that sacrifice just to try and dive down to safety and get that bomb to a site.
They didn't want to go to the B bomb site, so they've switched it up over to A. Ultimate's going to run through CT spawn, and then Magisk and Yabi, they need to have a decision that they need to make pretty much right now is, do you want to go for this or save for the final round, 2 versus 3, and you're kind of out of position, understandably. Not too much of a hustle going on for them to get over to the bomb site. So Liquid take a lead right at the tail end of the half.
NertZ getting an extra kill here on Yabi, just Magisk surviving now. And that makes a big difference. Looking at the money here for Astralis going into that last hour of the half, you lose another weapon. Team Liquid taking the lead. And you have to remember that hot start Astralis had here on Mirage. There's 4 early rounds picked up off the back of Staehr's performance. Outside of those first 4 rounds, Staehr's really cooled off.
That's
so have Astralis.
6-1 run for Team Liquid. Tell you what, that's a perfect round from Ultimate. That's absolutely spectacular. More than asking for the volume fragging that we got on map 1, rounds like that. If you just throw one of those into the mix every once in a while, that's the kind of round that makes Ultimate such a dynamic and dangerous offer. Predicting the jump up, knows how HooXi likes to spot for this B tunnels, and then keeps up the aggression. Knows he's got a great timing to inflict more pain on the Astralis defense, and he builds upon his own kill.
Oh, last round of the half. Team Liquid 6-5 lead over Astralis now, and a goodbye for at least this round for Astralis. We've got Elise charging down through middle, Staehr to catch him, and an opening kill finally falling in favor of Astralis.
Yeah, not able to get that fast, aggressive play working as Elise. So Liquid in a 4v5 once again are going to try and win this round from a deficit. Still focused on middle, Staehr top con.
They're walking. Team Liquid coming out of the ramp now. Naf and NertZ moving towards Yabi. Rifle waits, Underwood. Staehr around the corner. There's the Molotov. Yabi whipping bullets. Staehr steps up through stairs, and there's a good one, but he needed a second. NertZ to respond quickly, followed up by Naf, and it's a 2v2 thanks to Magisk.
Okay, bomb being planted by Naf. He's probably going to be stuck inside the bomb site after the fact. Ultimate's got his cover.
Yeah, he just isn't stopping. Roland has got rolling here for Team Liquid, and we've got Magisk waiting on top of the stairs, trying to come back in for a clutch. Otherwise, it's Team Liquid ahead. 7-5 at the half, confirmed by Naf. Team Liquid looking to send Astralis home here in Stage 2 of the Budapest Major. Astralis back at the majors, but it might not be for long, Jason, as currently Team Liquid have them up against the ropes. Two organizations with historical head-to-heads, most of which went the way of Astralis, but it doesn't look like that is going to be the case today.
Yeah, firm control of the rivalry today will not change anything along those lines, but I'll tell you what, it's going to be sweet if you're Team Liquid knocking out Astralis. That's always going to put a smile on your face. CT side, defense for Team Liquid, Naf and Elige with dualies. Hooksy's attack on this pistol round, smoke and a flashbang and 4 players with armor. So off the gate, out of this rip with the utility. Looks like Astralis going to line up to join up in middle and head up con and attack into the A bomb site. Spotted by Shuhei. Device waiting patiently in Palace, but much like Nuke, nobody's home at this bomb site.
Silent in middle. First fight, gonna go down towards connector here with Elige. Hidden in the corner with Joel Berettas. Smoke goes down and Elige just gets cleared. A single bullet fired off. Staehr was the hero in the pistol in the first half. He's down after 1, but the rest of his teammates stepping up here. Astralis finding some success in the early goings. But a 2v3 still at this point is doable for Team Liquid.
Yeah, especially with NertZ and Naf in the field of play. NertZ is going to be looking for a precise shot with that USP. Flashbang to activate the swing towards CT. Astralis sees it clear, makes their job a little bit easier. Now only a couple choke points to worry about.
Yeah, you gotta get a move on as well here if you're Team Liquid. No kid on your back, no utility to close down this space or make this job a little bit easier for yourselves. You've got Naf creeping ever closer, needs this kill immediately, and he's got it on Magisk. Both remaining Astralis players down to a CT. Do Liquid win this? Can Naf pull it off? The Jewel Beretta's out of bullets. NertZ hunts him down. The time is ticking, and NertZ is gone. Naf is out of time on that defuse, but can he bring everybody down? Yabby denies even that. So Astralis, they need a good start again here in this second half. That's both pistols collected on Mirage.
Yeah, Elige and Shuhei not providing any kind of resistance whatsoever. Elige gets basically pre-fired in Con, a pretty nasty opening kill provided by Staehr. Shuhei can't do much through that smoke, 1-for-1 kill for him before Device is able to pick him off. And then everything from there is recovery, and it was just too far out of reach. Astralis with both pistols in this second map. They had that hot start in the first half, looking to pair it up with a hot start in the second.
Team Liquid forced by straight away into some mid-aggression. Naf to win the first fight against Hooksy. That's the bomb under immediate pressure. The Device feels it, throws down the utility, is waiting for his teammate to come over and help.
Yeah, actually it's Liquid dictating things in the early going. However, with the knowledge of who's in middle, Astralis pick up the pace towards the B bomb site, seeing Naf on the kill feed. They know nobody's home. Now they've got him tucked into the corner. Dangerous position to be.
Yeah, Yabby looking to scale up in behind the bench. Smoke is up at the moment thanks to Astralis. They've thrown that one down short, so Naf has some cover. The rotations have arrived here for Team Liquid.
It's a lot of time for Liquid to discuss how they want to play this retake, though, while this bomb is coming into the B bomb site. Ultimate cut down.
Yeah, good spam there from Yabby. Still alive, still a threat over towards bench. Another kill through the smoke, this time on NertZ. And single-handedly, Yabby has removed the real threat of Team Liquid. Still could go the other way. Could still get pretty messy because look at Shuhei running him down. That's the bomb. And immediate trade from Staehr. Needed that one out from short. There's no Elige and Naf, a 2v3. Good dink from Naf on that first peek, but Elige is gone, and now that he's lost his buddy, well, we got Naf in a situation where he just can't really do too much about the outcome of the round. So Astralis going to be tying things up.
Yeah, it'll be 7-7, and Naf going to happily just back away with the FAMAS. One kill, tons of damage on Staehr. If he was able to grab that on short, he might be going for this 1-on-2. Good job from Astralis. Holding strong in a tense situation in that B bomb site, not trying to rush the plant, not trying to get away from themselves, waiting for all the smokes to fade, waiting for them to get vision so they know nobody from Team Liquid is pushing close. That Shuhei swing was really the last element of danger in the round for Team Liquid. You could see the stress kind of building up on both sides. As this game, rather than Nuke, this has been close back and forth the whole way through.
Yeah, for Astralis, the first half, they're very lucky they got a good start, Jason. Those first 4 rounds make a massive difference for Astralis because in those gun rounds, Liquid were dominant in terms of the score that they racked up. Astralis getting good starts in both halves, usually in MR12, Jason, that's a winning recipe.
Oh yeah, it should be. It gives them a great advantage. But as you mentioned, they need to put the work in when the guns come out eventually on their T side, and it's a T side that failed them on Nuke earlier in the opening map of this series.
Well, look at this. A couple of pistols here for Team Liquid around that FAMAS, saved over by Naf. Doesn't give you a lot of confidence they'll be able to do too much in this. So Astralis likely to take the lead in round 15.
You never know, one cheeky deagle shot can change everything. Shuhei's gonna go down. Good control from Device. Still haven't had to say his name too much throughout this series, throughout the map and a half that we've played. Been relatively tame.
Naf now detected. Yabby sees that jiggle out from the bottom of Con. Naf realized he was spotted and the likely utility that would follow that. So he backed all the way up into the site again.
Liquid's not giving him anything for free though, right? Like no one's being lazy, no one's just kind of walking into the open with one of the pistols. Naf peeks before the smoke, almost goes down. Brought low, but grabs Device.
Next up was Elige on that push over. Here goes NertZ on the swing, and Magis handles business just about.
Yeah, leaves Naf alone at this bomb site, and he's got the low health. He's got 5 HP, so he's got to take a risk. He feels it, he knows it, gonna step on through. No other options for Naf. He was gonna go down regardless if he played passive.
Chances here for Elige all of a sudden. He gets the 1 kill, then dropped by Yabby. Ultimate spotted, they know exactly where he is now. They can pick that bomb up, headed towards A. Hooksy will keep him busy. Astralis will take the lead. That's a great shot from the Danish in-game leader, just to confirm it.
Well, now the game begins. Ultimate, you have an AWP out. M4's on everyone else for Team Liquid, so a full buy. They've got kits, they've got utility. A 1-round deficit, 8-7 in the favor of Astralis. But as you mentioned, the gun rounds in the first half dominated by Team Liquid. If that trend continues, they're gonna get that lead back real quick.
top of the smoke. Device searching for that opening kill. Clearance of the smoke as well, just to make sure we can see bottom connector, but no one from Team Liquid offering up peeks from that side. It's instead Ultimate at short that might just get the fight he's looking for.
Typical default opening for Astralis as well. Yabi watching B halls, Staehr trying to push through the underpass, Device and Hooksy in middle. There's a kill from Alige. That's a nice find.
Scout ramp as well. Another fight coming Team Liquid's way, and Magisk is going to lose it. Astralis dropping 2 players early on as soon as the guns have come out here for Team Liquid.
And this is really dangerous. Astralis can't lose this round without having any kills in return. This first gun round, if Liquid wins it clean, the money goes up so fast. You have to have some impact. You have to make sure the money gets limited in its growth.
Big swing up short. Ultimate has to back away. Shuei's connected onto Yabi. Players continue to fall with no fight back from Astralis. It is easy here for Team Liquid.
Yeah, exactly what they wanted. It's going to be a big sigh of relief as all 5 players survive and they don't have to rebuy any weapons. So Device, you imagine this will be an extended save with the AWP. Not going to try and go for it in this 1 versus 5. He does have the bomb on his back, but I imagine he'll prioritize the weapon over everything. So tied up for Team Liquid here on Mirage. Their map pick looking to close out this series. This would eliminate Astralis. It would send Team Liquid on to stage 3 of the Budapest Major. Both teams starting 0-2 in this stage. Both teams having terrible first days. And having to grind and battle and bounce back in overtime matches, close affairs down the stretch. For Liquid, it was coming back against MIBR and Tyloo. For Astralis, they had to overcome FlyQuest and Aurora, eliminating those teams on their path to this game. This final chance to qualify to stage 3.
You can't say you haven't had your chances if you're Astralis. I mean, in layups in both halves. Staehr winning you the pistol round in the first half. He also carries that performance into the first 4 rounds of play.
Yeah, I think the way to phrase it is they're 7-0 to start the halves, right? Like you basically have spotted yourself 7 rounds with the 2 pistol round victories and conversions.
They've had 1 round outside of that. Well, Device has the AWP out, looking over towards short. It was Ultimate's decision to start short in the last round and be aggressive. This time, he's the solo B bomb site player, acting as a turret. While Team Liquid can cheat 3 players onto the A bomb site and leave a leisure window.
I think Liquid's thinking this money is going to be a little bit busted, so there might be a mixture of pistols in the mix, which is exactly true. Tech9 on Hooksy, Yabi on a Deagle. So Ultimate get that deep angle towards the B bomb site, which allows you to supplement the A defense with plenty more rifles and handle whatever they bring at you. Hooksy coming back to the A bomb site with the bomb right now to join up with Yabi and Magisk and Device. Staehr is on his lonesome over on the other side of the map in the B halls. He's got an AK-47, wants to make sure there's no pushes. He'll turn into a lurk for a hopeful post plant in middle.
There's the smoke fade, and there's the kill from NertZ. Team Liquid with the first advantage of round 17. There's 35 seconds remaining on this clock as Astralis knocking on the door of A. They've all got to come through ramp apart from Staehr. He can be a lit piece through connector, but they've got to be effective. They can't lose another member too easily here in the ramp. And the swing is in. Staehr finally activating his walls. Astralis try and flood their way in the final 20 seconds. They've still got to deal with Shuei. He waits under the wood. There's the swing from Staehr. The impact can be felt, but Naf is still here causing issue, and he denies that bomb plant. He rips everything out of the hands of Astralis. It is Yabi with no time and no hope as Naf will sink him too.
That's such a close round, though. Such a close affair. Great performance from Naf. The low HP, spamming down the bomb. Wasn't sure if he was going to find it. But even with the stack of 4 rifles, Astralis almost overcome this. Great clear from Staehr, who continues to have an incredible performance for Astralis. But Liquid is just a step ahead. The NertZ reposition as well to aggress. Liquid is playing really proactive. The calms are flowing, and it's very tough for Astralis to handle.
Once again, right back down to weaker weapons. Pistols across the board here for Astralis. Team Liquid leveling up now, looking for double figures. And edging ever closer to stage 3 at the Major here in Budapest.
Shuei has the right read on the palace pop. That smoke is going to send a few players back as they just kind of reassess the situation. They'll let it fade. Complete mid-control from Team Liquid, which is nice, but it means you have a few pieces out of position to handle this, so it might be a plant on the cards for Astralis at the very least. A win is kind of a pipe dream, but a plant would be a nice thing to have.
There's Shuey. First kill's good. Ultimate peeking up, misses the shot, and they're trying to get a bomb plant. That's exactly what Astralis have grabbed. So, in terms of objectives, they've achieved it here for Astralis in a round like this. And you got Staehr out of the ramp looking for some special deeks, but denied by Elise's USP, and it will be 10 rounds for Team Liquid.
10 rounds for Team Liquid, 3 away from a series victory, 3 rounds away from eliminating Astralis. Their first major back in 3 years would be way too short of a fare if Astralis go out here 0-2. A disappointing end to such a long grind to get back to these tournaments and back to these situations. And all of that has to come crashing down on their shoulders during this timeout, the third and final timeout that Astralis have to take.
Think about the amount of players they've had in the roster since then, how many different versions of Astralis we've seen. Come and go, different in-game leaders. We even had Device trying to lead the squad.
So it makes this such an interesting matchup. It's such a mirror match in a certain way because Liquid as well have gone through just roster after roster, in-game leader after in-game leader, coach after coach, trying to find the next solution.
Having to bring Magus back into the team is Stown steps away. So many issues for Astralis. And this could be another one added on top as Team Liquid 10-8 up. It's a great start immediately. In a round that means the most, it's Staehr moving forward again to get Astralis back into the fight.
Yeah, it doesn't give it. Oh, hang on. A-pop, they're already up, and Ultimate's ready. Traded off 1 for 1, but Shuhei lurks and waits in the sight.
Yeah, his teammate going down might actually be perfect here for Shuhei. They might not check him, and that's the ball moving ever closer. Device at sandwich. Shuhei sliding slowly into the open. Device is gone. Bomb is loose. And Astralis starting to crumble here on the A bomb site, but Yabi picks up the pieces. Really important kills coming in from Yabi, and it falls to Elige. Once again, playing in that Liquid jersey, looking for the clutch to put them up to 11-8. It's Yabi stepping forward, and Elige looks for that final player. It's Staehr moving in, but Elige is long gone. Comfortable in the clutch, but not against Staehr. As the swing comes out from the Dane, and once again is the rock Astralis needs.
Yeah, he's really all they've got going for him at the moment is Staehr just kind of delivering these kills. Yabi's got 18 in this second map, but Staehr, the impact is there round after round when Astralis is putting them on the board. They're first since that early run. And this time Astralis don't wait around for anything. They just give you the uppercut at the A bomb site. They've scaled before Ultimate even realizes there's more than one player.
Staehr has kept them going for a little bit longer. Can they break apart this Team Liquid economy? Can they force them down to weaker weapons? This could be the round to do it. Astralis could also lose all of theirs. A swing round late in the game here in round 20, and we've got Ultimate searching for that opener. It's NertZ to grab it though, and Device to respond.
Yeah, 1 for 1. 2 players coming through underpass as well. It's Mazus lurking over in the palace at the A bomb site, biding his time. Naf, Ultimate, and Elige to defend. They've got a 3-man trap here in middle.
Yabi creeping up Khan. It's a good position to gain this early in the round. Shuhei backtracking, gets into the fight. Yabi detects it early enough and doesn't go down. It's Magus' turn coming out of Palace. Shuhei caught, distracted, and that's a big opening here for Astralis on the A site.
Everyone repositioned, but nobody repositioned to the A bomb site to help Shuhei. Good kill from Elige.
Yeah.
Keeping this close. Now Naf gives him a man advantage.
Yeah, the 2 players Liquid have always relied upon, getting them back into the round and putting them ahead. And that bomb not planted. It's so far away from them. Look where it is, over in the T apartments.
If Naf finds it, this round is essentially over. Oh, good shot from Ultimate. Even better follow-up.
It's over anyway. Getting caught out, wrapped up here by Liquid. And Astralis lost in the sauce.
I mean, they almost had it. They had an advantage, it felt like, towards that A bomb site. No one actually, I think maybe they realized they didn't have the bomb because no one slid into the bomb site itself. But Elige and Ultimate had rotated away through the murder hole, but Ultimate went towards the B bomb site. Elige was kind of hanging around, and Shuhei was on an island with 3 choke points. Astralis almost able to overrun that defense, and unfortunately it's back to pistols.
Yeah, just as I was saying, you know, Astralis will have to take the hit down to weaker weapons again. This is going to allow Team Liquid up to series point. Progression point in stage 2. Device has an AK-47. Once the hero for Astralis, and right now 9-14. Doesn't feel too great in terms of him being the hero AK right now, but let's see what he can do as he moves over towards ramp. His teammates are following behind.
Shuhei playing passive, Liquid playing retake at this A bomb site. He's just gathering information with the jump spot. Ultimate with the op. He's going to back away when an execute comes in. NertZ sees one player. Here's one set of footsteps, won't call anyone over.
Astralis scaling over the bomb site. Just the lack of weapons here. Team Liquid should still feel comfortable. Denial of the bomb plant as well. Straight through that smoke, it's HooXi and Staehr to be silenced as well. Staehr with Palace, his teammate, and HooXi out towards the underpass. Does catch an athlete being down. And an M4 now picked up here for HooXi.
I think that M4 is almost like too valuable. I don't know, this is kind of weird. I feel like actually he might even want to die at the end for the bonus money. 2,400 would be coming towards him, and Device is going to need a weapon, so they're going to be missing something somewhere. Good shot from Ultimate, now it's all on HooXi.
Yeah, 19 seconds left on the clock as he begins his charge up towards the A site. I'm sure the calculations have whizzed through his brain, and HooXi's decided it's better to die. So it is series point for Team Liquid, looking to qualify into stage 3.
You'll get it next time on the first try. 3-round lead. And remember, no timeouts for Astralis. They burned their final one a few rounds back, so this is all on the fly. This is all HooXi and the ingenuity of the players inside the server to see if they can overcome this Liquid defense that's been so strong.
HooXi, look how fast this is. Running up, but it's Elige and Ultimate to combine, and Team Liquid 2 steps closer to qualification into stage 3. Ultimate's had one hell of a day on this deciding game to survive here in Budapest. Yabi and HooXi fighting on, doing what they can, but Elige has returned. And a shot towards Yabi and Shuhei to close it. They stand up and they celebrate. This isn't 2018 anymore. Team Liquid take down Astralis and knock them out of the major here in Budapest.
And you gotta say, this is a great run for a very young, put-together Team Liquid roster. All the adversity, they got tested, 0-2 whole, overtimes, close affairs, nothing.